Alright, welcome back everyone. Today, we're going to be covering some good old Michael Chandler tweets, some of his recent tweets. And we'll look at like what they mean in terms of the rankings, do they make any sense? And then, of course, we'll go over some of these tweets released by Israel Adesanya, obviously building up the DDP fight. So let's start with the Michael Chandler stuff. So Michael Chandler posted, this guy over here said Chandler versus Holloway. Michael Chandler said, I don't know what face this is. This is like a palm on a straight face. I'm assuming he's like teasing it. And then the very next thing he says, that's like 6 hours later, he says Bravo Mike Foxtrot, which is obviously spelling BMF in the phonetic alphabet, right? And you might ask, who's the BMF champion? Well, Max Holloway is who fights at 145, 155. Michael Chandler was gonna fight McGregor until he pulled out at 170. So he's saying he's gonna fight Max Holloway for the BMF belt at, I'm assuming 155, because there's no way Chandler is fitting into 145. But we get into an issue. The issue is up here. Max Holloway is number 2 in the featherweight rankings. Michael Chandler is in the lightweight rankings. He is number 6. I don't know how he's still number 6, by the way. He's never fought in a while. I think this is just glaze from the UFC trying to keep him up and relevant for the McGregor fight, which of course blew up in their face. Have no idea how he's number 6, but let's be real here. This fight does not make any sense for Max Holloway because he has nothing to gain and everything to lose. He's ranked number 2 on featherweight. Why on earth would he fight Michael Chandler? He also posts this thing, "Blessed Man Forever. Are you not entertained?" It's like him being like a gladiator and then training video. But this BMF fight makes absolutely no sense. There is no way Max Holloway would ever agree to this fight. Because let's be real here, Max Holloway just won the BMF belt. Number 2 in the rankings. He has so many options. Option number 1 is to fight Islam Makhachev in the lightweight rankings. But it's probably not going to happen since I think Arman Tsarukyan is obviously next. So of course the next option is to compete in his own division against Ilia Topuria, which I think will happen. Because I think Ilia might fight maybe in the Sphere, which is in September, I believe. It's probably going to be Ilia Topuria against Max Holloway, I would assume. Because Volkanovski because Volkanovski's over here asking for other fights against Dustin Poirier. He's looking for like an intermediate fight, right? Between him getting knocked down and him fighting for the belt again. So I think he's actually going to let Max Holloway fight for the belt first. I think the UFC actually want that. I think that's an entertaining fight that everybody wants to see, especially at the Sphere. Right, this is one of the most entertaining fights you could have. Ilia Topuria and Max Holloway. So, I think Michael Chandler just blabbing on because there's no way I'm looking at Max Holloway move up to 170. There's no way he probably walks around at 170 or maybe even less. So there's no way he's fighting Michael Chandler there. I think he's just blabbing, probably coping. But I'm glad he's done with the whole McGregor spiel. I'm glad he's done with that. I think honestly, Michael Chandler should give it maybe like another couple months and then see if McGregor's in the field. Probably like stay close to the UFC, like what's McGregor saying. But for now, Michael Chandler seems to be coping. He's posting some little witty stuff on Instagram. BMF, I don't know what he means there. Maybe it's like a new BMF belt, but I'm not thinking it. I think the next fight for the BMF will probably be like a combination fight, like for the BMF and for the featherweight championship. Ilia Topuria against Max Holloway. I think Dana even said he likes that. So I'm assuming this is the next fight. Michael Chandler just BSing like usual. At least he's not coping on McGregor. Let's move on. Now let's talk about the one and only Israel Adesanya on Twitter. Oh my God! Spoiler. Let's not look at that. Let's go down here. Let's start over here. He's just posting some, what even is this? This seems to be some Dragon Ball Z stuff. Classic anime stuff for Israel Adesanya. Nothing new there. He posted this, like, the son of Africa is in the whatever this is. He's posting like some posters. He's hyping himself up, okay? He's acting like this is like Avengers Endgame or something. Like he's really hyping up this fight, which I'm happy about, right? Contender Izzy is usually the best Izzy, so I'm glad he's hyping it up. There's some more tweets. I mean, this is just some compilations of him. They not like us, of course. Let's be real here. We know what he's leaning towards there. Let's skip over this tweet. We'll come back to that. He's retweeting his fans. Contender Izzy, yeah. Sure, Izzy with the dog collar. Oh my God, he's so cringe. He can't help himself, guys. He really can't. He goes over some stuff here. Could have joined the Three Kings, but instead wants to claim it all for himself. I wonder where that mindset comes from. I mean, this is so funny because like this guy's like leaning into it. Like he knows what Izzy's gonna say. Like you know the answer. Three, and then Izzy obviously says his ancestors. I mean, this guy is saying three kings. It's actually one of them right here. It's Izzy, Kamaru, and Francis, like belt holders from Africa. And DDP obviously says that he's gonna be the first champion from Africa because I think he's saying like he actually like trains in Africa and that's also from Africa, debatably of course, but like he is from Africa, like he's from there and his family's from there, of course. And Israel's of course leaning into the whole his ancestors stuff, like colonialism and imperialism and whatnot. And then we have, I mean, God, he's just a weirdo, man. Like, what even is this? This is a post of like J Lo's back, and then Izzy's over here retweeting people's like, God, did he, maybe Izzy's like tripping. Maybe he thought like likes and reposts are private. I think it's only likes that are private, bro. Like, little bro, delete this, bro. Like reposts are, we can still see your repost, bro. Like, why do we need to see this? Oh my God, I clicked onto it. All right, let's get out of this. Let's see if there's anything else. More compilations. It's him driving around. What does he say? SMH. Okay. And looks to be more. Some of him training. And let's go into some predictions for this fight. Some early predictions again for this fight. Let's go into it. So right here we have Izzy number 2 and DDP as the champion. I don't know. Right now we're like like a month away, 2 months away from the fight. Right now I'm leaning towards Israel Adesanya. I don't know. I don't know who I want to win. I like DDP more than Izzy as like a human, but as a fighter I don't mind Izzy. I really don't. I think he's an entertaining fighter. I think he builds up fights. And Izzy's so polarizing as a character. It's always fun for us to watch him fight because there's so many people going like, oh, this guy absolutely sucks. He's the biggest loser. And there's people like he's the best. He's like a top 5 GOAT of all time, right? But overall for the fight, I'm leaning towards Izzy right now. I think he's going to adapt. I think he's going to do a lot of watching DDP's past fights and sort of preparing for that. I don't think he's going to get, he's going to struggle like he did against Sean Strickland where he really like, he got into a position where like he just couldn't change his game and like to match Sean Strickland's game. He just couldn't do anything about it and he lost 4-1. Against DDP, I think he's going to make adjustments. I don't think he's going to be that stagnant Izzy we saw against Sean. He's going to make those adjustments. I'm assuming Izzy's going to use his leg kicks, tear up DDP's legs, and probably not going to get a finish, but a TKO, maybe a TKO, but probably a decision. I'm leaning towards Izzy right now. But you never know. DDP is such a chaotic fighter. Every time we see him fight, we're like, this guy's going to lose. He's going to get knocked out. He's going to get starched one of these days running in forwards, and he never does. He just pulls out these random-ass knockouts. I don't know. Right now, I'm leaning towards Izzy, but you never know. I'm glad that Izzy's actually building up the fight. And lastly, let's go over this tweet right here that we skipped over. Not this one. This one here. Reporters, do you have a special entrance for this one? Me. And then it's like, it's a famous painter. And he's like, this is like AI of a famous painter going... This is like the Lil Yachty like Rolling Loud skit where like he's like dancing and the crowd's going crazy. We get it. I wonder like I don't really care. This thing got a lot of views. Obviously, it's very controversial painter if you know what I mean. By the way, I don't think you should get any like hate for this. I mean, it's an edgy tweet. He's obviously joking. It's just funny. It's a funny tweet. It's funny AI. It's in black and white. World War II vibes. And I was thinking like I was thinking of Ariel Helwani for some reason, and because last time he was very vehemently supporting Israel Adesanya through the whole DDP beef, really calling out DDP for his like sort of like lack of emotional intelligence and whatever that means, and like lack of sensitivity towards like these like Africa subjects. But here we have Izzy just posting up this famous painter who Helwani definitely has issues with. I don't know if he takes issue with this. I don't know like what this means for Ariel, like whose side is he taking now. Like this is a pretty insensitive tweet, especially for Ariel. I'm not saying it's insensitive, but Ariel definitely finds it insensitive. Ariel finds about anything insensitive. So I wonder what he thinks about this tweet. I wonder if he's going to be if he's going to be a little hesitant to take Izzy's side. So I'm wondering about Ariel's thing here, but crazy tweet from Izzy. It definitely got him the interactions. He gets usually around 170 500k. He usually gets under a mil. 3.4 million impressions. God, it did the work. Sketchy tweet overall. I don't know why Izzy even posted this. I don't know what the relevance of this is towards the specific fight. But This ain't it, yeah. I mean, crazy tweet from Izzy. He's obviously looking for the impressions. I'm glad he's building up the fight however he feels appropriate. And yeah, so far so good for this fight. I'm really excited for this fight. Really nice build up. Hopefully DDP says some stuff back. But overall, that's all, guys. Like and subscribe. Share the video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.